Hey guys, this is my third attempt to make a video answering your tweets. Hopefully it's successful. Today's my last day in the States for a couple of weeks. I am making my first trip abroad to Europe tomorrow. So I really wanted to get this video out to you guys before I left because there's a chance I will be MIA for a bit regarding social media. So, let's not waste any time because as far as I've experienced, YouTube will only let me have a 9-minute video. They let anybody else have 8 hours, but for some reason I can't figure out how to get more than 9. So anyway, if you know how to do that, please tweet me. Let me know because apparently I am technologically illiterate. Thank you. Okay, so the first tweet I wanted to start with was actually a really cool one. It comes from @NewtonDiana197, and she says, "Hello, my name is Diana. I want to thank you for what you have done for us in this universe. Life is too short." I feel like this is one of those tweets that's kind of like pay it forward. I'm not entirely sure what contribution specifically she's referring to, but I like to think of this tweet as one that just reminds a random person, whether you know them or they're a stranger, that, they serve a purpose and they have value and, the world's a better place because they're in it. And I'd like to invite all of you to send maybe a random tweet to someone you don't know saying a message that was similar to Diana's because I thought that was really cool. And I happened to read it for the first time on a day that I was particularly low. So it was just one of those nice little tweets that kind of makes you feel better about a really bad day. And I want to thank you, Diana, for that lovely tweet. And let's use her as an example to pay it forward in our own little tweetable way. I know that I'm going to as soon as we're done with this video. I just thought it was really cool and nice. The next question/comment comes from @Love70s. Will you ever return 2 days or ever consider being Chelsea again? I would love to come back to Salem for an episode or two, and I would love to revisit the character of Chelsea. She was a really great, complex female character that I think, I played her when I was so young. I don't think I had the full appreciation for the kind of character I got to play because it is really hard to find really meaty roles, particularly with female roles, that emulate real-life women. So that was really cool. Not that I've ever, ran my own child over, anyone's child for that matter, or had a parent or a grandparent sleep with my boyfriend. But, some people have, I guess. But I actually tried to get back onto days for the 50th anniversary, but I didn't know they shoot so far in advance now that I reached out just a little bit too late. But, who knows what the future holds. Thank you for your question. Another question that kind of coincides with that one is from @JBrock316. Do you miss acting on Days of Our Lives? I definitely miss the consistency of coming to work every day. The soap world really is the closest thing to having a 9-to-5 job in the field of acting that there is, and that's really cool and unique. And I miss that routine, and I miss the structure. I miss the rehearsal and the practice that you get day in and day out of working on a show like that. And I miss the family that I had there. You really do become, your cast and crew really do become your extended family in a way. You guys rely on each other day in and day out, and you spend a lot of time together. And they get to know you very quickly and very personally in a very short amount of time. And I do miss that connection and that family I had there. Also from JBrock316, who is the one actor you've worked with who'd forget his lines, do something crazy, and make everybody laugh? So in my previous video, I listed 4 people as I was trying to recall who I've worked with, how their style was, and kind of sift through which one I wanted to say. And it was kind of fun. I listed Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels and Peter Gilroy, all for different reasons. But I think Peter was probably the most innately funny person I've ever worked with. He doesn't have like fart joke humor. He has like really witty, intelligent humor, and he pulls it out of his ass like on the fly. And I think like that is really remarkable, and that requires so much talent. I certainly can't do that. And he was really fun. I'm pretty sure that every scene we shot that ended up making the final cut of the movie was, for him, stuff he improvised. He's just really funny and very talented, and I really enjoyed working with him. The days that he was on set were far and wide the most fun and funny and lively. So, yeah, I would say Peter. And then Jim was kind of different in the sense that he's also very funny, but in a physical way, which is in and of itself so amazing. I don't hardly know anybody that has the amount of energy that Jim can bring to a scene. It's insane. Not to quote the movie, but he improvises in a way where he'll like pitch a joke. So he'll say he'll say what's scripted, and he'll do it a multitude of different ways. And the way his brain works to be able to think of these countless possibilities and all these different ways that he says a joke is also an incredible talent that, you know, I don't have, but I was lucky enough to work with. And I learned a lot from him. And Jeff is very dry and sarcastic, and I appreciate that. I'm kind of dry and sarcastic if I'm not being ditzy. And Jeff is, he's also very smart. He's very smart-assy, and I love that. But I've been lucky. I haven't really worked with people that forget their lines. I've been so lucky. I've worked with pretty much the most professional people I can think of. The next question comes from Bernard MH85. I loved you in Dumb and Dumber 2 and of course Days, but no one talks or mentions Seven Deadly Sins. You were amazing in that. Thank you very much. Seven Deadly Sins was a Lifetime miniseries that I did back in 2009, and I shot that in Canada. And it was my first time, well, I guess it was my second time in another country. I'd previously gone to Australia, but it was my first time working in another country. And I believe my first time working on location in general. And that was a really fun movie. I got to play a Chelsea-esque from Days kind of character, except that it was cable television, so I got to be a little edgier. And that was a fun role. I had a really cool wardrobe. I remember loving my outfits so much. But it was just a really fun experience. I loved being able to be in another country. I got reconnected with, I draw a lot. My mom was a very amazing artist. And I say was because she just doesn't do it anymore, but she is alive. I draw like once every 4 years. It's really weird. But, days when I wasn't working and the cast was all on set, I would go to the art store and buy some oil pastels and stuff and sit around our hotel or go outside and draw. And that was really fun for me. At Cody Math VB. Rachel, I saw one time you posted photos of you doing a workout called S Factor. Curious, are you a strong person? I'm strong emotionally, if that counts. Actually, I have to say, for my size, I am pretty strong. I think people expect me to be really weak. I can lift my own body weight. And I know some of you are thinking, well, that's like nothing. But it is. S Factor is kind of like this yoga dance class that I take. And it's really therapeutic for me, and it doesn't really feel like exercise or working out, which is the best way to have a workout, because you end up feeling really good emotionally, and you release these endorphins. And then an added bonus is, like, in a few weeks you look and you have, your muscles are toned, or for some people they've lost weight or they've built muscle, things that they were working on, but that wasn't the focus of their workout. So the pressure's off, and you're having a good time, and then you get the results you wanted anyway. So that answers that question. Thank you, Cody. Next question comes from at LA. I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm just going to spell it. At LAKSHYA_9. Lakshaya 9, maybe? I gave it an attempt. The question is, any chance of coming to India? I would love to go to India. Our friends just got married and they had their honeymoon there. And they had the most amazing time and they came back super tan. And I want to ride an elephant. I know that's really cliche and probably like very American of me, but I want to do it, man. But no, I'm not. India will not be in my travel plans this year, but hopefully in the next two. I'm really making it a goal to travel more. So hopefully I will be there soon. Next question, Andrea Amarell 1. I think I said that right. I know that Portland has been an important experience for you. Have you already chosen the next trip's destination? I have. I'm so excited. I'm going to Europe for my first time tomorrow. I will be in France, Spain, and Italy. And I'm Italian and Irish, so it's a shame Ireland's not in there. But I'm really excited. I've always wanted to go to France. I've always wanted to eat in Spain, and I've always really wanted to eat in Italy. I'm so excited. I've been trying to be vegan, but I'm going to have a couple cheat weeks while I'm abroad because when in Rome, even though I'm not going to Rome, but man, I wish I was, because then I could say that all the time. And then it would like actually, mean something other than what everyone else throws it out there to mean. Just forget I said those last two sentences. They were kind of dumb. Anyway, let's see what else there is. At DonWayne7, if you could do a do-over in your life or career, what would it be, and what is your dream acting role? I'm double checking my time here. I'm already over, so hopefully this makes it. But I'm developing, I've written a pilot right now called, should I say what it's called? Yeah, I can say what it's called. It's called How Bitches Are Made. And I've been working on this concept and script for a very long time, and it's in a really good place, and I'm very optimistic about the progression we've made so far, and that would be my dream acting role. If for nothing else, then I've always wanted to be the creator of a show and acting on a show I've created. So that's kind of the dream. And if I could do a do-over in my life or career, this question's always hard for me to answer because I don't, not to sound cliche, but I don't tend to regret things because I believe that everything happens for a reason. And, without the mistakes, there are certainly a ton of mistakes, a lot of them being in the form of ex-boyfriends that I've made. But, if I didn't date those douchebags, then I wouldn't have known what to look for in the person that I'm with now, who so far seems to be the right person. So there's the answer to that question. Let's see if there's one more. I know we have hardly any time. There are a lot of really, really lovely comments on here, and I feel so uncomfortable reading complimentary things because I put myself in the place of someone watching a video, and to hear someone say really nice things about themselves just seems very unlikable for some reason. So while I appreciate all the really lovely comments, and please keep sending them because they make such a difference in my really bad days, let me tell you. So nice. I feel awkward reading them, so I'm not going to, but that doesn't mean I'm not seeing them, and it doesn't mean that they don't touch me. They really mean a lot. I cannot stress that enough. So the last question I'm going to take is from @TyAnger196. Are you working on any new films? I loved you in Dumb and Dumber 2. Thank you very much. I'm kind of taking a little break from acting right now because I'm really focusing on writing. Plus, I knew I had this trip coming up, so I asked my reps to kind of hold off submitting me for some things while I get the travel bug out of my system. So when we come back, we'll be in full-fledged mode. Hopefully we'll have some things on the horizon then, but right now I'm enjoying the first official break I've had for the first time in my 13-year career. So, all right, guys. Sorry this video is so short. I've done it so many times, and I'm so sorry that it hasn't worked out. Hopefully this one will be different. Thank you all so, so much. I have a really weird fear about flying, so in case anything bad happens, I just want to take a moment to tell you how much I appreciate you supporting me in my career. You will never know how much your positive words keep me going. There are so many times in this career where you feel like quitting, and I don't want to quit because I feel like I'm obligated to you guys to hang in there. You've been there from the beginning, and it just really means a lot to me. I mean, a lot of you only know me from my work. You don't know me personally. And the fact that you like me enough to even follow me and read what I have to say or see what pictures I'm posting, it means so much. We live in this really cool world now where, it's ironic. Social media kind of tends to separate us out in the real world. We don't really talk to each other as much as we used to. And there are a lot of haters on social media. I've been very lucky where I haven't dealt with too many, and that's because you all are wonderful, wonderful, kind-hearted people, and I'm so lucky to have you in my life in the way that you are supporting me. And, if you ever meet me, I know there's been a couple of you that have showed up at premieres and stuff. I'm so shy, so I'm going to try to work on that. But I am approachable, so just know that I am shy. But please come say hi. I would love to meet you face-to-face one day. Thank you so much. And I will be making another video when I get back to tell you all about my trip and answer more questions. So thank you guys.